So today we will see this Poisson distribution. But before that, I would like to answer the last lecture's question posed by Dr. Kadre. That is, why in PDF or PMF we have this type of situation, that is p to the power x and 1 minus p to the power 1 minus x. X is equal to 0, 1 and 0 otherwise. Okay. So question was that why we are taking this 0 value, because we know that we have only two possibilities, either 0 or 1. Okay. So the reason behind this is actually the PMF or PDF. Okay, that is probability mass function or probability density function. This is in case of continuous distribution, and PMF we say in case of discrete random variable. So in both the cases, the function, if x is random variable, so this is a function actually from set of real number to close interval 0, 1. Actually, this we did not see. Okay, so function fx is either PMF or PDF. So both are functions from capital R, that is real number, to close interval 0, 1. We know that the probability always lies between 0 and 1, including 0 and 1. Okay. So this is this domain is set of real number, that is x lies between infinity to minus infinity, and therefore for all values of x you have to define this function. Okay, so for some values this value and other values 0. Now from where we get these values, for that we can see that the space definition, space of a random variable. Okay, so random variable we have, and then we defined a space of random variable. I'm forgetting, I think it is denoted by Rx. Okay. So this is the region actually. Okay, don't want to go into the detail, that because these functions are functions for set of real number to close interval 0, 1, and therefore you have to define the function for all values of R. Okay.
Yeah, understood, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
So now let us start Poisson distribution, and this distribution we will see that it is a limiting case of binomial distribution. Okay, so you will see that it is limiting case of binomial distribution. Okay. So Poisson distribution is limiting case of binomial distribution. Now, binomial distribution, we know that it depends on two things, which are called parameters n and p. Okay, so n is the number of trials and p is the probability of success. So Limiting case means a limiting case is like this. This if n is large and p is small. Okay, if n is large and p is very small, we can say, then we can apply Poisson distribution, right? So we'll see how large n is and how this p should be smaller. That we'll see. These are some situations where we can apply Poisson distributions. For example, number of defects in an item. Okay, so number of defects in an item. For example, we can take whether it is a coding problem, so number of errors in a coding, okay, or in a software, you can say, or number of misprints in a page. Okay, so number of radioactive particles emitted by a substance, or number of telephone calls received by an operator with a certain time limit. So in these situations, or number of road accident in a day in a city, okay, number of death due to road accident, okay. So in this type of situation, we apply Poisson distributions, okay, because here you can see that the numbers are very large and if you go on counting, then we have very less number of either error in a page or deaths from accident in a city, okay. So compared to population of city, number of deaths will be small, very small, okay. So probability is very small, but the n is very large, and so we can model Poisson distribution to study those things. Okay, so this random variable x with a Poisson distribution, take the values this with probability mass function. So this is our probability mass function. So Px is equal to x. So this is actually, if you go on PMF or PDF type situation, then it is actually fx x, and this fx x, this fx is actually function from R into closed interval 0 1 that we have just discussed. Okay. So again here, beside these values, the value of this function is 0. Okay. So for fx, pxx is equal to, so this we assume here, where lambda is the parameter of the distribution. So e to the power minus lambda, lambda to the power x in factorial x. Okay. So if you can find lambda, then you can find probability, because this x is known to us, right? So once we have lambda, we can find the probability from this. Then this notation is used here, like binomial. In case of binomial, we use P and P. So here we have only one lambda, one parameter lambda. Here we have two parameters, n and lambda. So then we can prove that this is actually a PMF. Okay. So the condition is to prove that some function is PMF. So these are the conditions: greater than or equal to 0, and summation of fxx for all x greater than 0, not x greater than 0 actually, value greater than mu. Okay, must be 1. So this summation, you can still see that we have proved here it is equal to 1. So this is simple thing, not a difficult one. You can take this e to the power lambda out, then the remaining become e to the power lambda, and so we get 1. So this is a limiting case of BD, and as I said earlier, n is large and p is small. Okay, and then this mathematical proof is given here. Okay, under this situation, n is large and p is small, we can prove that this b and p is equal to. So n is large means in mathematically we take n tends to infinity. Okay, so if you take n tends to infinity, you can see that you get this is PMF of Poisson distribution. Okay, so you can see this mathematics little bit of expansion, binomial, and then do some manipulations are there. You can easily understood all these things. So the basic condition is that n is large and p is small. Okay, that's all. Again, then we can see mean and variance of Poisson random variable. Okay, and in this case, you can see that both mean and variance are same here. Okay, so this is our Poisson PMF, that is e to the power minus lambda to the power x upon factorial x. So here you can see that what we can see that mean of this is equal to lambda, and we can also prove that variance of this distribution is also equal to lambda. Okay. So to find this mean, we know that it is equal to Ex. So we can use this. But directly, we don't do this. Instead, because okay, so here we are doing directly. In case of normal, we have little bit of different type of expansion. So this is mu x px. This your px we have substituted, and then we cancel this x from this. So factorial x will be actually equal to x minus 1. This is 3 to 1. So x get cancelled here, and then this remaining becomes factorial x minus 1. So this factorial x minus 1 in denominator. So we need in numerator also we make this x minus 1, and therefore 1 lambda comes out. So this type of do some manipulation, you can prove that this Ex is equal to lambda, and therefore mean is lambda. And similarly, we can find this Ex square. Ex is already obtained, and therefore we can find variance of x. All right. Or we can directly use the okay. So we have used this one here. This is our Ex square, and this is Ex whole square, that is mu x whole. That's all. Okay. So in this case, again you can see that final value is lambda. So both mean and variance of Poisson distribution are same, and they are equal to the parameter lambda. Okay. So now we have to take suitable value of lambda. Okay, before that, this moment generating function is also given for this, and this is the moment generating function. And moment generating function, once again, you should know this is MGF is e to the expectation of e to the power x d. So this value can be proved to be e to the power lambda, e to the power t minus 1. And use it to show that, so you just differentiate once, okay? Differentiate once and then put t is equal to 0. And here differentiate twice and put t is equal to 0, you will get this. But before that, mxt. So this is our e of e to the power. So again, you can do this simple manipulation. You can see that, and then differentiate once, put t is equal to 0. Differentiate twice, put t is equal to 0. You will get. So this is one response. It may be helpful somewhere. We have taken two parameters. Lambda is equal to 2 and lambda is equal to 5. And just see the distribution. Okay. So this is lambda is equal to 2. So the distribution, Poisson distribution goes like this. And the lambda is equal to 5. Okay. So you can see that lambda is equal to 5. It is more dispersed, less height. And lambda is equal to 2. It is more height, less dispersed. So this is actually here we want to show. So it can be seen that mean and variance of the Poisson distribution are both equal to lambda. The distribution with the larger parameter value has a larger expected value, is more spread out.
Sir, what I was wondering was when lambda is equal to 2, then skewness was more. When lambda is equal to become 5, skewness was little less. So
Yeah,
is there any value of lambda for which this distribution is symmetrical?
Symmetrical?
Yeah, just like normal distribution.
Maybe we can.
Maybe some value of lambda 6 or 7.5 or something, it will be symmetrical, right?
Yeah. I think let us, if you see these two figures, it looks as if we increase this lambda,
Yeah, symmetry is increasing. Yeah.
Symmetrical curve type situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So this we can try. I think this is a very simple function. In Excel, I think we can find this graph. Just take lambda is equal to 7 or 8 or maybe 10. Okay, so we can find these values, and then we can draw the graph of those. Now, second thing that is important. Okay, so it says it is since it is limiting case of binomial distribution. So n is very large. So someone has suggested that let us take larger means more than 150. Okay, and the p is small, so probability of success is 0.01, less than rather. Okay, so this type of situation we can think of applying this, but this is not very hard and fast rule actually. If this things is possible, okay. Otherwise, also we can apply and we can get the distributions. All right. So this is taken. Lambda is equal to NP, and the idea is because it is limiting case of binomial distribution, and we know that in BD mean is NP. Okay, and Poisson also mean is lambda. Okay, and therefore we have taken, or we take actually lambda is equal to NP. So if you know the number, okay, for example, number of words in a page and the number probability of error in a page, then we can get this lambda, and once lambda is obtained, we can apply this distribution. So this is all about Poisson distribution. There is not much theory to say. Okay, let us see some problems here. So suppose that the number of errors in a piece of software has a Poisson distribution with parameter lambda. So lambda is given here. Discuss the distribution means you just find the values for all x is equal to 0, 1, 2, and draw the graph. That's all. So x is equal to 0, x greater than or equal to 3. These things are given. So this is the graph of this. Okay. So for all values, you can see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can find. So I think you can find these values. I don't need to explain much. Second, a quality inspector at a glass manufacturing company inspects sheets of glass to check for any slight imperfections. Okay. Suppose that the number of these flaws in a glass sheet has a Poisson distribution with parameter lambda is equal to 0.5. So what are mean, variance, probability of no flaws, probability of 2 or more flaws, and also find probability, mass function, and cumulative distribution function. So everything you have to find for this problem: mean, variance, some probabilities, and then PMF and CDF, probability mass function, cumulative distribution function. So for example, mean, if you want to find mean, so mean is what here. What are mean, variance, probability of no flaws. So probability we can find, and the lambda is given, but no n and p. Okay. So this is a okay. Mean is 0.5. That is expected number of flaws and variance of flaws per sheet is only 0.5. Okay, in a glass sheet. So mean and variance no need to calculate because we have already seen that they are equal to the parameter. Probability of no flaws we can find Px is equal to 0. Probability of 2 or more. Okay, so probability of 2 or more means you have to find x greater than or equal to 2, 2 or more. Now this is actually what we have seen here, summation P x is equal to x, and this x is equal to 0 to infinity is equal to 1. Okay, so is equal to 1. This actually implies p x is equal to 0 plus p x is equal to 1 plus p x is equal to 2 and so on is equal to 1. Now what we want actually, x greater than or equal to 2. So x greater than or equal to 2 means we want this value. Which value? This value. Okay, so this value, green value, is equal to 1 minus p x is equal to 0 plus p x is equal to 1. And these two probabilities we can find very easily. Px is equal to 0, px is equal to 1, add them and then subtract from 1. You will get this probability of 2 or more class, and then PMF and CDF. So these things are done here. Px is equal to 0 minus px is equal to 0. So this is the graph of that but PMF is so PMF will be equal to this is e to the power minus lambda to the power x upon factorial x. Okay, this is actually px is equal to x is equal to fxx. Okay, so you can put lambda is equal to 0.5 here. Okay, so that will be our PMF, but then CDF will be cumulative distribution function. Okay, that is capital Fx. This is equal to probability of x less than or equal to x, right? And therefore, this is actually equal to summation x is equal to 0, or you can, if you want, you can change the name of the variable, because this will be again x is equal to 0 to x, right? So what is our PMF? PMF is e to the power minus lambda. So this is constant actually. E to the power minus lambda is 0.5, and then lambda to the power x upon factorial x. So you have to do this addition. Okay, so these things we can take out. E to the power minus 0.5, we can find this value, and then this summation, this will be 0 to x. So 0 to x means if you take x is equal to 0, this become 1. Then if you take x is equal to 1, so this become 0.5 upon factorial 1, and then this will be 0.5 square upon factorial 2. So it goes like this, and finally last term will be x. So this is 0.5 to the power x upon factorial x. Sorry. So this addition we have to see whether we can use any formula to do the addition or not. Okay, so if I leave it here. So this is x is given, definitely we can find the value. Okay. So we can find CDF. Next is in a manufacturing process where glass products are made, defects or bubbles occur, occasionally rendering the piece undesirable for marketing. It is known that on average, 1 in every 1,000 of these items produced has one or more bubbles. So what is the probability that a random sample of 8,000 will yield fewer than 7 items possessing bubbles? Okay. So this 1 in every 1,000, this is the probability of you can say flaws in glass sheet, bubbles or whatever we can say. So this is 1 in every 1,000 and therefore this value is 0.001 and this n is 8,000. Okay. So once we know, you can see that this satisfies conditions for Poisson distribution. N is 8,000 more than 150 and P is 0.001 less than 0.01. Okay. So we can apply this Poisson distribution to model this problem. And therefore our parameter lambda will be equal to NP is equal to 8,000 into 0.001. So we can find the value of lambda, that's all. So this lambda is equal to 8. Now if X represents the number of bubbles that we have, so what we want to be less than fewer than 7, less than 7 bubble. So X is less than 7. Okay. So you just put this is lambda. Okay. If you do this addition from X is equal to 0 to 6, 7 terms you have to add, you will get this value. So this is the probability that seeds have less than 7 bubbles. So this type of problems X have a Poisson distribution with parameter lambda is equal to 1. What is the probability that X is greater than or equal to 2? Given that X is less than or equal to 4. So what is the probability that X greater than or equal to 2 given that X is less than or equal to 4? So X less than or equal to 4 or greater than or equal to 2. So 2, 3, 4 equal. So X greater than or equal to 2 means you have to add these probabilities. Px is equal to 2 plus P X is equal to 3 and plus P X is equal to 4. That's all. So this is conditional actually. Given that let me remove this. Okay. So this language is actually interpret differently. So given that X is less than or equal to 2, what is the probability? So this is actually conditional probability. So conditional probability means P X greater than or equal to 2 given that X is less than or equal to 2. Okay. So this is actually PA intersection B means both P X greater than or equal to 2, X less than or equal to 4 upon P denominator. This condition comes, probability of the condition comes in the denominator. You just remember this, X less than or equal. Okay. Now X greater than or equal to 2, X less than or equal to 4. So here you will have 3 values, P 2, 3, 4. And X less than or equal to 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 2 to 4. So 2 to 4. This is the value. and x less than or equal to 4, 0 to 4. So this is the value. Just divide them, we get the required probability. All right. So I think we have discussed enough problem here. So if you have any doubt here in the Poisson distribution, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll move to normal distribution.
Yes, sir. Generally, I can say Q type of problems also you get this Poisson distribution, right? Q means Q type of problems. Is it applied there? Qs are there.
Which type of
Q, Qs are there ना कतार जो लगती है
हाँ
तो उसमें लगा सकते हैं क्या इसको Poisson distribution को?
लेकिन then what we want to find from the Q?
Then I'm not clear on that. So maybe you're telling right that how many phone calls a person receives in 1 hour, or how many vehicles will be going from the particular point in one day. So that is the ideal condition for Poisson distribution, right?
In Qs also you can see that yes, definitely Qs are there everywhere, but I have not seen a very long queue except Mahakal Darshan, okay, where thousands of people staying in a queue in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. But otherwise, the queues are generally shorter queues. Queues are there, but I think less than 150. See, most of the queues, the number is people standing in a queue is less than 150. So I think it is difficult, okay, unless and until it is like Mahakal Darshan queues.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. And then in queues we can suppose what will be our problem? Problem will be how many people standing in a queue fail discomfort types means होता है ना?
एक केस ये हो सकता है सर, एयरपोर्ट पे तो जनरली कई बार जैसे बेंगलोर एयरपोर्ट है तो 150 से बड़ा क्यू होता है, तो उनमें से कितनों के बैग में मतलब अनवांटेड चीजें निकलेगी? अगर हम CISF में अगर देखते हैं, पुलिस पे चेक करते हैं तो कितने लोगों के बैग में अनवांटेड चीज निकलेगी, तो वो केस हम पॉइजन से मॉडल कर सकते हैं.
Yes. So number is there. I think it is sufficient large number. Then we can model it by Poisson distribution. Okay. So next we have normal.
Normal distribution is the most important distribution for machine learning and all these problems.
Yeah. So in fact we have for BTech course I have divided it in 2 parts, but for here also another 2 lectures I will take because I have included this T distribution, chi distribution, F distribution just after normal distribution because they are derived from normal distributions. Okay. So
yeah, thank you, sir.
So this will continue after these 2 lectures. 2 more we'll have on normal distribution. Okay. So this is the basic definition of this. Is said to have a normal distribution if it's a probability density function. Probability density function, because this is now continuous distribution. So probability density function is given by fx So fx is 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e to the power, then this whole thing is the power of e minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma square. Okay. So x lies between minus infinity and plus infinity. So both the mu and sigma also lies between, mu lies between minus infinity and plus infinity, but of course sigma square being positive lies between 0 and infinity are parameters of this distribution. So if x has a normal distribution with parameters mu and sigma square, we write this as x is equivalent to n means normal, and then mu and sigma square are two parameters. Okay. So just like binomial has two parameters n and p, and then Poisson has only one parameter, that is lambda. So b means binomial, p means Poisson, and n's mean normal distribution. Okay. So the first thing we do here is we prove that this fx is actually a PDF. So actually a PDF means you have to prove that integral of this function from minus infinity to plus infinity is equal to 1. This is the basic condition for probability density function, and also the function is having value positive or non-negative rather greater than or equal to 0, and the second condition is minus infinity to plus infinity fx dx is equal to 1. So these are two conditions for PDF. So these are this 1 upon sigma root 2 pi, again you can take it out. Now before that, let me give you this. This is constant, no problem. And then this is even function actually. This is the matrix. This is even function. Okay. So even function in case of even, for example, minus a to a fx dx. So this is equal to 2 times 0 to a fx dx when fx is even. So if fx is even, this becomes 2 times 0 to a. So this property is used here actually, and therefore it is 2 times 0 to infinity. And then some substitution is applied here. We have put 1 by 2x minus mu upon sigma whole square by z. Okay. So if you apply this substitution here, then this integral is reduced to this. And this is an important integral in the integral calculus. I think gamma function. Okay. So this integral is equal to gamma 1 by 2. And gamma 1 by 2 has value root pi a. And therefore it is equal to 1. So you can see that the details you can see here. Then again we have a mean, variance, and moment generating function. So mean, now mean is what actually? Ex. Okay. But what we do here, actually instead of starting with the ex, we start with ex minus what we have, mu. Mu is there actually, x minus mu. This x minus mu upon sigma. So we we start with this function ex minus mu here. And actually we prove this is equal to 0. Ex minus mu is equal to 0. And this Ex minus mu is actually Ex minus mu. Okay, is equal to 0. And thereby we get Ex is equal to mu. Okay. So mu is the mean of the normal distribution. So what we do? We start with this function Ex minus mu. So that you can see this Ex minus mu. So you just substitute the x minus mu fx, and then you can substitute fx. Okay, and then take this z is equal to x minus mu upon sigma. So dx is equal to b sigma dz. Okay. So we get this integral. Now, this function is an odd function. So there we talk about even function. This is odd function. In case of odd function, what happens? Integral minus a to plus a fx dx is equal to 0 in case of odd function. So because this is odd function, and our limits are of the type minus a to plus a, and therefore this integral becomes 0. So this becomes 0, and therefore we get Ex is equal to mu. And then second, to find variance of normal distribution. So variance is actually this part, this is x. In fact, this is variance. Okay, this is not Ex square. This is actually Ex minus mu whole square, and therefore this is variance of x. So this variance, you can see that sigma square, it comes out to be sigma square. So we started with that function 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. Okay, so this is the definition of PDF of normal distribution. So you can see that this mean is mu is actually, this is mean of normal distribution, and this sigma which also occurs here, they are standard deviation of normal distribution, mean of normal distribution, right? And then we can prove that moment generating function for the normal distribution is the function e to the power mu t plus 1 by 2 sigma squared t square. So this we are doing again and again, right? In case of continuous, this is the integral e to the power tx fx. So you can do this. Then again, the mathematics involved here. Algebraic manipulations you have to do here. So finally it comes out to be e to the power mu t plus 1 by 2 sigma squared t. Okay. And then we can use these derivatives. So mean and standard deviation or variance. So these are some properties of normal distribution. The normal curve is well shaped and symmetric about the mean mu. Mean median and mode of the normal distribution coincide. Okay. And these are two normal distributions here. One distribution we have mean is 5, sigma is 2. Other distribution you have mean is 10 and sigma is 2. Okay. So mean is 10 here and mean is 5 here. Okay. And variance is same for both. So what we want to show actually it's same shifting of change of origin actually. Okay. Similarly, we have mean is same and sigma is equal to 2, sigma is equal to 0 point, then that will definitely variability will differ. Okay, and then this height will come here. So mean is same in both the cases. Standard deviation is different. Okay, so this has more standard deviation, this has less standard deviation. So you can see that the graph will look like this. However, if standard deviation is same, the graph will be same. Okay? Just shift it along x-axis. So these are some properties. Skewness is 0, produces 3. Area property. This we know that total area under the curve of the above horizontal axis is equal to 1. All right. So this we know. This is a normal distribution. So this area. Okay. Total area under the normal curve and above the horizontal axis is equal to 1. So this value is 1, area is 1. And then you can see that up to 1 sigma, 60% of the area lies, 2 sigma, 95%, and 3 sigma, 99.7%. Okay. So this mean is mu is the mean of the distribution. So if you take 1 sigma, we have 60% of the area, and then 2 sigma you have 95% area, and 3 sigma you have 99.7% area. So almost all the areas. Okay, so this is about normal distribution, first part. And let me just start the second part, and then next time we'll see the details. Okay, so next is so this is the first thing we do here after knowing all these things. Standard normal distribution. Okay, standard standard normal distribution. So what is our PDF is fx is equal to 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. Okay, so this distribution, normal distribution, as mean is equal to mu and standard deviation is equal to 1. Sorry, sigma. Right? So if you make the substitution, this x minus mu is equal to z. All right. So this fx converted to a function of z, and you can see that z has mean equal to 1. So this one, Ez. So what we have taken z is equal to the capital Z. So x minus mu upon sigma. Because we want to show that this is a random variable. Therefore, we have taken capital X and capital Z. Otherwise, if we talk about a specific sample, then it will be small x and small z, right? So random. So e x minus mu upon sigma, and this is again what yesterday I think we saw it linear combination of random variable. So we can use that property. So it is equal to 0. So this z has mean 0, and also variance of z. So variance of z, what we are doing here, we are using this formula. Variance of ax plus b, this is equal to a square variance of x. Okay, so no role to play, I think. So this we have done actually.
Sir, z we are putting at x minus mu upon sigma, na?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
is used in scaling, sir. Scaling of variables in.
Scaling and change of origin and scale.
Yeah. So we'll see on Saturdays, guys.
Yeah.
This will use on Saturday.
So change of origin and scale. Actually, if you simply use x minus mu, then it is change of origin. But then if you put something in denominator, then it is changing the scale also. So this is 1 upon sigma square, because this variance actually. This you can write 1 upon sigma into x minus mu upon sigma. All right. So as I said here you can see that P has nothing to do here. So this part has nothing to do. This will be simply 1 upon sigma variance of x, which is actually here, this is wrong. This is correct, but this is wrong. This will not come here. This will be simply variance of x. So this is or even if you write x minus mu, doesn't matter, it will be the same value. But why to write? So 1 upon sigma square and variance of x is sigma square, and therefore it is equal to 1. So if you do this change of scale and origin in the original PDF, then new variable has mean, or rather new random variable has mean 0 and standard deviation 1. So this is called standard normal distribution. Okay. So it's a probability density function has the notation phi x. Okay. So how this is come, let us see. This we have fx is equal to 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 x minus mu upon sigma whole square. So if we put x minus mu upon sigma is equal to z, then this become 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 z square. All right. So I think that this sigma is missing here. So this will be some function of z, say phi z, right? So this phi z is there, and then you can change the name of variable. So if you want to use z is equal to x, then phi x will be 1 upon sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 x square, which is there. X lies between minus infinity plus. So this sigma root 2 pi will be there. So I think I should stop here. After this, we will see problems. This is one more definition is there. So anyhow, I will repeat all these things next time.